Gus, hello. Welcome live chat. Let me pull you on the screen. Before we begin, I forgot to add the other parts. Please take a consideration of your language and don't use ableist language in the chat. And I don't know all of the great warnings that Clowntown has in their videos, but I everyone's going to be on their best behavior tonight. So
yes, no worries. Appreciate it. And if anybody, it happens. You know what I mean? Especially with like ableist language, it's so ingrained. People don't even think twice about it. So like, don't feel awful. Just try to learn and, see what you can do better,
Yeah, just general rules of we're being civil and respectful to one another, and we're going to be inclusive and kind, and where that doesn't mean everyone has to think the same way, but we are going to make the chat a safe place for hopefully everyone. And if you are not going to do that, you will be yeeted from the chat immediately. So
with haste.
Yes. So let me put our names back on the screen. I'm a little bit discombobulated, but here we are. I'm so excited to be getting to stream with Gus and Val, and we are going to be looking at your sober guide, which is twisty. It's twisty in the purest sense of the word, because she is using her journey and labeling it as holistic, and then targeting other people looking to become sober, and then using it to make money off of their journey. It's twisty. And Val and Gus have been taking a deep dive into their content. I'm excited that they wanted to stream with me, and I would love to pass the microphone up to them so that they can introduce themselves to the live chat. And seriously, I'm about to drop their link in my chat. If you don't already follow them, they're a great follow. If you're looking for another inclusive space, kind, welcoming, that gives a crap about your mental health and like letting you know if stuff's coming up, they're your people. So while I if I try to tame my technical difficulties on my end, please listen to them and let them introduce themselves. So
we appreciate it. Thank you. You're awesome. You're the best. We've been watching your streams for a while and we love it. And so we appreciate you and all the good work you've been doing. If you want to kind of talk about us and why we have been talking about this here lady. We're very excited that we're chatting with DC, because DC is great and awesome and fantastic. But this lady we're talking about here today is not
awesome and fantastic.
Maybe she is, but what she's doing is not. Okay, it's scary shit.
The internet persona is not awesome and fantastic. Thank you very much. Hello, my name is Gus. This is Val. Thank you all for being here. I'm good.
Do you need water?
No, it was literally one cough. We're good.
Okay.
So basically, we found out about this lady and it pissed us off to a special extent, for just because sobriety is a very twisty thing, as DC is a word that DC likes to use, and I think it's perfect to describe it. It's very twisty. It's very hard. There's a lot of forward and backward and up and down and diagonal and everything. And I know that because I I haven't smoked nicotine in 10 days, so I don't know if I'm technically still going through an addiction. But
I think 30 days is when you break the habit, but it's going to take longer than that to do recovery and stuff. But that's still 10 days is a lot.
Heck yes. Okay, but let's quickly hearts and hype in the chat for Gus. That's incredible.
Thank you, DC. I love you. No, don't do that. That's weird. I'm not a cult leader.
No, I'm just joking. But we're very proud of you. We're very proud of you.
Thank you all.
We're very proud.
Oh, and happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
It is also
Happy Pride Month, everybody, as well.
Yes.
So basically, just with that, she just hits
Hits a nerve.
a special nerve.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we wanted to get this information out there. I don't know exactly which clips we're watching today.
I think we're just
but
going through the general Instagram.
General Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure there's going to be some bullshit on there.
Yeah. And one other thing with her is that she touches a lot of different areas too. Sobriety is her main focus, but she has 2 Instagrams, one of them being her Your Sober Guide Instagram. They're all cheering you on if you've seen the chat.
Thank you.
What is the Your Sober Guide Instagram? But she also has the Functioning With _ Rugrats Instagram, which is more family focused and has her kids on it, and it has 50,000 followers.
Oh my God.
It's really scary. It's really scary. And her kids also have sensory issues. So she puts that out there and says that Amare helps with that. So we're going to be dealing with that too. And also she says, "Oh, I'm not anti-medication," and then she punches her medication. So there's a lot of that too. It's just that. It's so many areas. It's so.
Can I just give an example real quick about the thing with the kids? Because we're probably not going to show any videos with kids today. She took her children, at least one of which have sensory issues, like things with like loud noises, things like that. Took them to a monster truck rally. And gave them an Amare pixie stick. And was like, they did so good. They didn't freak out the whole time. And
this is what Amare can do for you.
And I'm just like, ma'am.
It's like, you don't think that he felt pressured to behave and to...
Yeah,
you just shut up.
Yeah, you don't think the mom's every 5 minutes saying, "Oh my gosh, how are you feeling? How are you doing?" And that's not sending some kind of message to the kid that they're supposed to doing as good as possible. Or you have a kid who probably wants to make their parents happy, so maybe they're setting aside that they're really having a tough time, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I guess I'm doing great. I'm doing great." As someone with sound issues myself, that I kind of got in trouble for it, like as we figured out what was going on, but like getting enraged by like sounds or having meltdowns because it was quiet and then all of a sudden the sounds got really loud, like, and then to put a kid in a position where there's no help for them, no headphones, and then saying, "Here, drink this powder, it's gonna make you feel all the way better." Okay, why don't you give them the powder and bring them noise canceling headphones? Oh, we're not gonna do that? Great. I'm so stoked. Sarcastic.
Yeah.
Look at this lady.
Yeah, not only drink this powder while I record you so that you know that it's important.
Yeah, let me exploit my kids for my own financial purposes. Because hashtag working from home, own my own business, multi-level marketing.
And she also says that she's an affiliate marketer. She does affiliate marketing. She's an affiliate marketer.
She says that all the time.
And she's not the only one, though. There will be people that say, "Oh, you can upgrade to free affiliate." This, like, they do it, like, I think every month that you can be an affiliate if you get the Happy Juice pack. Like a lot of people can mask really well, Remus. This is a good point. Not everybody who's on the spectrum or who's autistic or has sensory issues can, right? But some people can do it really well, but it's really hard and it's exhausting, you know? You shouldn't have to do that, you know, especially for something that's so non-essential, like a monster truck rally. Something that can be enjoyed from home, you know?
You can watch that on TV on low volume, babes. Like, there is no need.
I know, it's just like a parent who's fully aware of some of the hurdles that their kid has, the sensitivity their kid has, purposely puts them in a position where they are going to become overly stimulated and it is going to be difficult for them. There's not going to be any tools to support them that are meaningful, like noise canceling headphones. And we're just going to bring a pixie stick, and you're an adult. You can make good decisions and you choose not to. And then your kid's the one that has to bear the burden of all that. That's just shitty. It's shitty.
Yeah, and I have empathy for some of it because I think she thinks she's doing the right thing. She thinks she's right, but like I think there's a spectrum of like what is acceptable. You know what I mean? I think we're well beyond the point where I've lost some of my patience. You know what I
Sure.
mean? I've lost my patience. Like, as much as I understand, like, she's in an MLM and she's like completely under the spell as hard as anybody else. This is really irresponsible as a parent and as a mental health practitioner and as a sober. She has like a degree in sober stuff.
Yeah,
It-
like
and
sobriety and addiction.
Sobriety and addiction.
Yeah. She has a degree in something related to that. And then also she had like at least 7 years of sobriety under her belt before
9.5.
before Amare came into the picture.
Oh, Amare.
So it's just like she could be doing, sorry, I don't want the chair to be squeaking on the wall. She could be doing very good work with those years of sobriety under her belt and that degree. She could be doing very good work to help people through their stuff, but instead she's using it to shill an MLM and scam people, in my opinion. And that's just very sad because, yeah, come on, lady.
Yeah, come on, lady. That's all I can say. And
Like, I would have bought it had I not known what MLMs were. I would have bought
Sure.
the damn happy juice to get
oh my god.
I don't know if I would consider it sober, but like, you know what I mean, to get off of
Semi-sober.
my addiction.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
And there's this one video on Dr. Sean Talbot's YouTube, which, by the way, if you don't know that he was sued by the FTC, he was, for making false medical claims with Cortislim and I think Cortistress or something like that. I don't know, but it was bad and it was false, and he paid 1.2 million for it overall. I think
Ouch.
like 300 something in cash and then the rest in assets. So like, ouch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not something he should be doing anymore. But on his on his YouTube, he has a YouTube video called pain is like pain is like it has to happen. What's the word?
oh god,
Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional.
that's what it was.
Oh my god.
And like I couldn't even watch it. I just sat there and I cried. I was like, you like, because if I didn't know what I knew, I would have been like, sign me up, give me the thing,
Yep.
give me the you know what I mean? Like,
Give me the juice.
put it in
Please.
my, let me spread it. Like, I'm not trying to act like I'm smarter than everybody because I know that the business model is bad. Okay, like I
Yeah.
don't want it to come off that way. Especially because Ray was saying like, oh, they just think that they know better. No, I really see how I could have fallen into this, and it's scary. It's
Yeah.
scary.
And you're taking advantage. You're taking advantage of people, in a very nuanced kind of way because you're not giving them the full information. It's a supplement. It's not approved by the FDA. You're signing them up for it, and you're using your credentials a lot of time. We see pharmacists shilling Amare. We see nurses. We see doctors, and they're saying this product is going to work. And someone who sees them as a doctor or a nurse or a pharmacist, they're saying, "Oh my gosh, they wouldn't lie to me. They have to do all the pills for prescriptions. So of course, they would recommend a supplement if it works." And then you're going to get plugged in to a multi-level marketing company where the products are priced to pay out the commission levels on for every single person that you're allowed to, depending on the company.
Yep.
So it's just twisty. It's
And
way
I mean, this lady starts a lot of her videos with, I'm a licensed mental health and addiction counselor.
Yep.
That's how she starts her videos.
Yeah.
And then she goes into, I've also been sober for 9.5 years. And then she goes into her spiel about how I'm not anti-medication management, but I have a better way for you. Don't you want something better?
Wouldn't any single person who's working on their sobriety say, "Oh my gosh, she has been able to maintain her sobriety because of the products in Amare." And most people want, if they're trying to be sober, they want to stay sober.
Yep.
And it's tough. It is tough for most people. It's a daily, sometimes minute by minute thing. And and then they're seeing these people say, Amare has basically made it a walk in the park. And why don't you try it? Because it's probably going to work for you. Get out of here.
Yeah, she says my anxiety is gone. My ADHD is under control. My nervous system isn't going haywire.
My nervous system isn't in fight or flight anymore. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, girl, come on.
Yeah.
Like, ugh,
Yeah.
you can't say it cured everything.
Okay, two things. Have you seen, just in case you haven't seen Hannah Lazo's most recent video, I know you haven't because I watched it last night while you were sound asleep, okay? But basically, it's really hard to report reps to the company. You have to physically mail them. You can't email them. There's no compliance email. You have to physically send them a letter.
What is this, the 1980s? What's going on?
And it even said if you have complaints about fellow wellness partners, it's not just like, oh, you're a concerned citizen. Yeah. Yeah. So, look, I am in Southern California. I am not close to where Irvine is, but I can get there. I will physically make sure that my mail is in their hands. Thank you very much, because I do not want it getting lost
in the sauce.
Don't let it get
lost in the UPS sauce.
Hannah's video was great. Watch it if you're able to.
And this is Hannah's channel linked in my account, but if you just type in Hannah, Hannah, Alonso in the search bar, you'll be able to come up, and it's her most recent video. Oh my God.
Oh, also in both of our descriptions, I think you can report her because we have the credential links, we have her name, I have the information that you need to report her to where, you know what I mean? Because she said she's in Washington State. So
okay, perfect. Let me really quickly grab it from.
Take your time, no worries. But that's how you can report her if you want. FTC, Truth in Advertising, Better Business Bureau, but you can report her to the Washington Department of State Health. It takes a minute, but it's not like difficult. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to update mine really quickly so that everyone has that, whether they're in my chat or in your chat, and then we can start. All right.
Oh, one last thing. Sorry. So Tish had seen somebody in her comments say, like, I want more information. Like, let me know about this. And this was like an addiction video. Like, hey, do you want to get off your whatever? Like, let me help you, right? And so Tish just like had a feeling, and she just messaged the person and said, hey, do whatever you want, but this is an MLM and the formulator's been sued by the FTC and it doesn't look good, but do whatever you want, right? And the person responded, thank you so much. I really appreciate this information. I was about to go off of my medication that I was using to help me with my opiate recovery because of this freaking lady.
Oh my God. That's again a twisty part. People who have never gone to medical school or who've never gone to I think to be a pharmacist, you have to go to school for 7 or 8 years, and understanding withdrawals, understanding medication interactions, that is important, and being able to wean off of certain medications. If you have to do that, you can have really messed up stuff happen if you decide to stop something cold turkey. And we hear with these Amare reps, because I'm sure Amare corporate is saying you can't give medical advice, but we've heard on Zoom calls from independent reps say this is the way to go. And what do you think people who are on medicine, with all of the shaming that happens within religious circles or within the health community, saying that medicine is damaging and awful and poisoning your body? And I say this with quotes because those are things that are being repeated, and people are having to battle this idea of feeling shame about taking medicine that's actually helping them stay alive or get better or treat their mental health. And then they're listening to these Amare people say, you know what? You know that shame you feel with taking like traditional medicine? You don't have to feel it anymore because look, shiny Amare bottles. And none of us know anything about, drug interactions or getting off of a drug. But yes, spend a lot of money and buy our supplements. It's awful.
And maybe like some people haven't found the medication that works for them yet,
Sure.
or they're in between medications, or like some people even have like treatment resistant medication and stuff like that, or like depression and things like that. Like they're gonna, especially those people, everybody, but even those people as well. Like I can imagine if I can't, like if I have been told that I'm treatment resistant, that I'm gonna want to, especially want to go there. Oh my God, not essential oil. Well, that's horrible.
So if you're listening,
Oh.
someone once offered me their essential oils to drink to cure my chronic illnesses, but that's worse.
Oh my God.
And being in Young Living, being in the community of people saying that everything in your life, the perfumes, fragrances, chemicals and cleaning products, your foods, your alternative sweeteners are poisoning you. And who can come in to save you but D. Gary Young and his supplements and essential oils? And then you get plugged into this idea that, oh my gosh, is everything making me sick? And then you get deeper and deeper and deeper. And sometimes people like me don't go to the doctor as soon as they should because they're like, if my body was working right, which supposedly these essential oils are supposed to balance the shit out of me, and I'm supposed to be able to like regulate my mental health with just natural products, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
And then there's people who are not medical professionals and not operating under the licensure of a hospital or a clinic saying, oh yeah, you should do that instead, and they're getting a commission from you buying from them.
Yeah. I'm glad that you bring up Young Living because, like, first of all, the CEO of Amare now is Jared Turner, who was buddies with Gary Young for a long ass time. He was in the C-suite at Young Living until 2021, I think, or 2020, and then in 2022 he signed up with Amare. Some time, I think it was like about a year in between. And a lot of people that were in Young Living also went to Amare. So I think a lot of that culture is in this company, just kind of repackaged in a different form.
Yeah, and the distributors were devastated when Jared left Young Living. It wasn't just like, oh, it was some kind of distant kind of relationship. Jared had a lot of connections with lots of the top leaders and a lot of the people, and they really looked up to him. And so when he went to Amare, he took a ton of people from Young Living to Amare. He has a lot of influence. He had a lot of influence in Young Living, and he has a ton of influence in Amare.
Do you remember our theory about Jared?
Remind me.
We thought that they were going to try to make him the face of the company rather than the founder Hip, and I think that they're doing that with advertisements. I think it kind of makes sense because I'm not saying Hip isn't, he's just not as charismatic. You know what I mean? He's more soft spoken. They see him more as like the philanthropic, humble leader. You know what I mean? Whereas Jared is the visionary that's going to take them to, you know what I mean? So it's a different vibe. But yeah, just the addiction stuff is really scary because I'm watching you go through it and like
and I don't want to say mine is like minor, but like it's not as bad as it could be. So just knowing that like it's this bad and like she's trying to just knowing that she's trying to fuck with it makes me so mad. And I don't know. Is there anything else that we have to say before we get into it?
I don't think so.
Because I don't know what she's gonna say, so I don't know how to like segue into it, you know?
Yeah, content warning. Someone is going to be very manipulative and they're going to be pretending to offer medical advice. If you're sensitive or susceptible to this type of content, feel free to hop out. Both of us are not too proud to take a pity like, but do not feel slimed after the stream. Make the best decision you can and advocate for your mental health. And we are always going to help remind the chat to advocate for your mental health.
Yes.
So,
and Gus might need to do that at some points too, depending on how this goes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, and also happy birthday, Kathleen Wagner, and anybody who else has birthdays. Let us know. We'd love to tell you happy birthday.
Remus is also graduating, I think, this weekend. So congratulations.
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 Awesome. That's amazing. We love
if anybody else is graduating, congratulations, celebrations. Yay.
Yeah. Ready for the twistiness. Buckle up. Make sure you've taken your medication. Get some water and let's go. Oh god, wrong screen.
Got it.
So
Whoa,
this
whoa, whoa,
is
whoa.
the first reel. Uh,
And the kids get one. Of course they do.
Oh,
Of course they do. Of
let me
course
see if I can pause
they
here.
do. The kids get one to support. Oh, I can't read.
Yeah.
I know. Like,
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
First thing I make for is every AM if I'm up before the kids. I'm guessing this is happy freaking juice.
Yes.
Yeah, that is definitely
And
happy juice.
the thing with happy juice is it's also not one product. They have to mix all 3 products.
Yeah, it's hella expensive. You have to buy the first expensive product, then you got to get something else. And I'm guessing they're going to run out at different times. So you're constantly overbuying. So it's a chunk of money. And they're saying it's so necessary. This fixes everything.
Yeah,
It's
just
cool.
drink it every morning and you won't need your meds. Like, come on.
Do you remember how much it is?
Isn't it like 140 something?
140.
Look at
140.
all those supplements next to Gus in the video. In the
Wait.
cabinets. Oh my god.
And you know
my
that.
gosh.
Oh my god. You know that's all Amare. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure it is.
You know that's. Oh, also somebody asked if the tats are new. I don't think so. What? Is there anything new?
This is the newest one, which is it's a trans tattoo, so Pride Month.
Cool.
So,
That's
Pride
awesome.
Month vibes.
It looks great. Your whole collection looks great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And Rosie
So-
Posey, those are supplements behind her. And
Eh.
let me press play to see the next part.
Oh my god.
Its supports are nervous system, fight or flight, anger, anxious feelings, depressive feelings, fatigue, brain fog, cortisol levels. You cannot say any of this.
You
When we
really
were
can't.
living, we couldn't talk about anxiety. We couldn't talk about depression. We couldn't talk about like anger. We couldn't talk about something having to do with structure functions if that ingredient had never been proved to affect that. And here we are.
Yeah, and I mean
Wild West.
it's also in their help me. No, not website. Their policies and procedures. And the policies. You can't say that. Hannah had the statute, okay? There's also another statute that says that you can't compare their products to medication.
Oh, you don't say. Shocker. Shocker. Oh my god.
Golly Little gee. Miss. Golly gee. Oh yeah, punching her medication.
She literally was punching the
Oh
medication.
my god. We're gonna have such a good time watching all these reels. By good time, I mean we're probably gonna rage. But we're gonna take lots of breaks, so it's gonna be it's gonna be okay.
We'll goof and gaff. Don't worry, we got it.
We laugh so we don't rage and or cry.
Not expensive pee. Absolutely though, because you have to piss a lot of that out.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But she'd probably claim that the absorption of hers is better. So
yeah.
No. Oh, you want to know something funny? Sorry, the only way that you can get the that you can see all of these white papers is if you're a distributor in the back office.
No way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I asked for it and somebody they had to email it to me.
That sounds suspicious. That sounds twisty.
And you know why? It's because there's very little information that's actually on the products itself.
Isn't it all on the ingredients?
Yes, it's all on the ingredients. Hannah's video was the only time I've ever seen a clinical study that was actually on an Amare product, and it was a kids thing, and it was on 10 people.
Oh, you don't say. The smallest tool you could possibly do. I'm going to link Hannah's channel again. I'm also going to link Clowntown in my chat. Hannah's a very consistent creator. Clowntown, super consistent creators.
We try.
They cover. You do. Y'all are.
Thank you. You too. You're amazing. I'm like, damn. I'm missing all these lives, TC.
Listen, I'm more quantity over quality, so do not give me more credit than I deserve.
Don't even say that.
Don't say that, girl.
I'm gonna start walking to Texas. Okay,
I will walk over there.
I'll walk over there
with my cowboy boots.
Okay, you have a great quality streams. Don't you're awesome too. Oh, the bunnies are great. Thank you for asking. They're doing really good. I don't. They might be too nervous. Leave them alone.
I'm gonna check.
We need a bunny cam. We need y'all to get a bunny
If they're in
cam
the mood, bring it, but leave them alone if they're not, okay?
I'm not just gonna
But they're doing okay. One of them has been having issues with her eye, but it's not like life-threatening. It's just like, it's just like a recurring issue. But she was having more issues before, so we're chilling.
Oh,
We're
okay.
chilling.
Oh, if y'all were wondering, this is Amare headquarters behind me. I downloaded it off the internet and I'm having the best time of my life. I didn't know if they felt a disturbance in the force, but I love doing this. I like doing it with Beachbody. I like
I love that it's the actual office. I thought that it was just like a random office you found. No, that's Amare.
It's a low-res image I put through my interpolation software, and now we're crispy. And so I feel like I'm in the mood for Amare, fuckery.
Immersion.
So, yes.
This is immersion.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And then she says in the reel, one for me and one for him. They also have this underlying theme of if you choose to partake in our supplements, they're going to make you feel better, but they're going to make your family like dynamics better in a weird, like twisty way. I don't know.
Bunny cam.
Floof sighting. If y'all are in my chat and if you have a lint roller next to your name, floof alert. Floof alert in the chat. Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
This is Tiny Bambi.
Tiny Bambi, we love you.
It's okay. DC says that she loves you.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to put a floof alert in the chat.
Floof alert.
Sit right there. She's right here.
She's chilling. She just likes a flat surface.
Yeah.
So if she's flat, she's chill. But like that's a little hard. Okay, you're good, bunny. You're good.
Oh,
Hello.
baby.
Also, I don't know if I can do this on my end. Do you think you can turn us down a little bit by chance?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm turning
somebody
down.
asked, and I want to.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Let me look.
Oh no, bruh. Okay.
Hold the rabbit.
Okay.
Hold the rabbit.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute my
disaster
and check the sound.
This is a disaster.
Sorry, our ring light fell.
Why did I?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Why'd you have to bring the rabbit? Okay, we're good. No, we're good. We're good. There's no problems.
No, there are no problems.
I'm sorry, everybody. We're usually
we are streaming legend.
We're usually not this much of a disaster. Just put it down. It's over. Okay, just give me the rabbit.
Oh my god. She's fine.
She's fine.
Look at her. She's literally fine.
She's okay. I thought she was gonna
literally
freak out,
fine.
but she's fine. Okay, now I'll turn it down a little bit so you can see her.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Sophie baby. Oh my god.
That was all Amare just saying.
That was the spirit of Jared Turner. Just
oh my gosh.
Just drop the ring light. It's okay. We have some natural light. We have a rabbit. We'll fix it at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll fix it when I bring the rabbit back.
We love the technical difficulty. Okay.
Okay, let's keep going. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Oh, Tish, hello.
We love you, Tish.
Love ya.
We love you. Oh my gosh, yes. You kind of look like Tish with the bun and the glasses. So like this is Sunday roast.
Yeah.
Yes, Sunday roast, but the Wish version. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just kidding. I cannot like Tish is like hair vibes and style vibes and like sassy, snarky vibes. I love Tish so much. So I love it. Okay.
Follow Tish too.
Yes. Well, yes. Here we go. Tish in the live chat. Here we go. Tish.
Thank you.
Linked. Okay. Let's see. I think this is the last part of the.
Yeah. Oh, and then the kids get one to support focus, stress resilience, their immune system, sleep, and sensory regulation because there weren't enough health claims initially.
Yeah, you can't say any of this stuff. No. You literally cannot. And look, in the caption on the side, it says lowers tension by 45%. You can't say that. Lowers depressive feel. Lowers depressive feelings by 55%, lowers anger by 54%, lowers fatigue by 64%, lowers confusion by 43%, raises vigor by 44%. Where the hell are you getting these numbers from?
How do you measure confusion? Because that
Yeah.
changes pretty frequently. No, oh god, not the gasp.
Improves overall positive mood by 211%. How is that even possible?
What the fuck?
that was me when I went to Camp Flogna in 2019, but that's not how people are in general, okay? That was, and just for people that don't know what that is, that's like a festival with a lot of artists, okay? So it's it's like I saw everybody that I ever wanted to see except maybe one, and you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
in that weekend. So yes, 211%, sure. For a concert that you've always wanted to go to.
Sure.
But from happy juice.
Yeah. It's just we've got questions and there's no sources cited and they're never
No.
going to. They're just going to gaslight you and saying, "Why would you need sources cited?" "Oh, I don't know, because you're sharing sciencey info and it is inaccurate."
Oh my god.
Oh,
wait.
yeah. Also, to say the brain fog thing, or like,
Yeah.
she said brain fog, right?
Brain
when
fog.
long COVID is a thing, it's like,
Yeah.
I know she's like,
also immune system.
Yep.
also immune system, and like her whole gag is going after like so many different like niches. But like, girly, come on. Oh my god.
Also, we have beef with these percentages because we see them. It's all the time. This is not just her. All of these reps just copy and paste these percentages.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if it's a combination of like what all of those studies say about the ingredients. I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah, but and the thing is, sure, everyone in the live chat's probably not super fans of multi-level marketing, but if you're thinking about the people who haven't decided for themselves or have neutral feelings about it, what if they are struggling with long COVID? What if they are struggling with immune disorders? What if they can't sleep like me? And what if they do have sensory regulation? Oh my gosh, let me try that. What if I wouldn't have to spend a little bit more on clothes so that I don't get rashes and I don't get enraged? Or what if I wouldn't have to do all this other stuff? Maybe I would try it. So there's people out there who are like, why don't I just give it a try? And then they get sucked in.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people that are probably like think they're anti-MLM, but they don't like understand it. Like the way that Krista Parney and Christina Smallwood explained that they were anti-MLM before.
Yeah.
Okay. They say that they thought that those girls just had fake little businesses and that it looked annoying and that like they just it looked shady and scammy. Okay. They didn't understand that it was predatory. And so if you're in that position too, you can also get sucked in. Like or what if like it's your aunt and she's like, "Hey, I have a product for you. Try this."
You're going to try it.
You're going to try it. You don't even know it's an MLM. And then it's like, "Oh my God, it's an MLM," you know?
Yeah. And these very aesthetic looking, cute, like super big following influencers who said that they were anti-MLM before, they were just thinking that it was embarrassing to be associated with that before. And then when they realized how much money they could make, all of a sudden it wasn't embarrassing. So, I mean, at least be accurate.
Cool.
Yeah. All of a sudden it's embarrassing to not do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to bring Bunny back.
Okay.
However,
But
she
loves
you
all.
all.
And thank you.
She loves you all.
Oh my gosh, we love
appreciate it.
Bunny.
If you want, maybe Tinkerbell, we'll hang out for a little bit. Okay, we'll see. If not, no worries. We can just chill.
I think that I'm going to pause it because I do have a sensor on this one.
Oh, okay.
Pause. And I have a sensor down here.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Let me lock something and I'll try to figure this out. Lock. There we go. I'm trying to get a hold of it for some reason. There we go. Okay.
Oh my god, Tish didn't even see the bunny because she was so small.
Oh no.
I think maybe she saw it like at the end, you know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
she didn't see it first until we said like, okay, we're gonna take the bunny back, you know, which is because she's just so small. We call her Tiny. That's
We
not
do.
her name.
Oh.
Her name is Bambi Baby Bell.
Eclectic Mima, have a good night. Go do something relaxing. Try to drink something warm. Take care of yourself. And we'll see you on the next stream. Okay. We are censoring out the little baby's head. So 2 things not required of you in motherhood. Oh, we're preying on moms now. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yay.
To do it all. Sorry, it's probably covered because of the censorship, but sorry. That's
It's okay. We gotta cover the baby. Just
yeah. To do it all, drink wine to survive it. And she's having the baby punch the things away from that she listed.
like I don't disagree, but
Is that it?
okay.
So her caption says, let me see if I can move it over. Maybe I can't. Sorry, I'm still learning how to navigate this.
No, take your time. I just don't know why her baby needed to be in this. You know what I mean? Like you can, I agree. Like there is too much of an emphasis on like, oh, I'm a mom. Let me just drink some wine. Like, oh, call it a wine, call it a night. You know what I mean? Like I think that is very prevalent in like American culture. I don't think there's anything wrong with wine, but I think that the way that it's just like almost, you know what I mean? I think there is like a fine line there, but I don't know why the babies need it. You know?
They do it. They do it so that people will watch their content longer. We were taught to do that in Young Living. Any mom who had kids, they had much higher retention rate of viewers when they had their kids tell them how to like put the oil things together or do that. And so they're exploiting their kids to sell their product, and it's freaking twisty. And it's a sober post. She's saying one can lead to alcoholism and the other is pushed on us as a coping mechanism for stress. Neither makes us better mamas. When I'm overwhelmed, I try and look at my life from a bird's eye view. When I do this, gratitude encompasses my body. I'm living a life I never thought was possible in my addiction. It's hard AF, but I learned to ask for help. I start with small asks with the kids before John, saying, "Kids, I'm overwhelmed. Let's all pick 20 things up." I work to lower my cortisol levels by working with my body using natural supplements.
But of course, you
sneak
can't
that
have a,
in
you,
there.
you can't
Can't
have a
just-
single fucking post without it fucking being about Amare.
Yeah.
Also, I disagree that wine is pushed on us as a coping mechanism. I think that it's normalized that it's used like
Social.
you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like, oh, if you don't drink wine as a mom, that's a bad thing. I've never heard that either.
I've definitely never heard that, but I've heard like, I don't know, there's just like,
You
or
know,
like at the Hobby Lobby, like there's always like a whole section of like wine mom paraphernalia.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like to an extent, obviously it's fine, but like if but it can also get into alcoholism territory. Oh my
Yep.
gosh, Sam.
good night.
Good
Right, Sam.
night.
I think
So it's just like you got to be careful. And
Yeah.
and I don't disagree with what she's saying. It is not required to drink wine to be a mom, but I also don't think anyone was saying that. But then it's also not required to drink your shitty little happy juice. I remember someone said that in chat.
Right.
So.
Like it's better that you have a glass of wine every once in a while than unless that's bad for you, then don't do that. You know what I mean? Some people can't do that, okay? Then in that case it's fine, okay? But for the general population, it's better to have a glass of wine every once in a while than spend $140 on happy juice that you don't even know will help, you know?
Yeah. And you like make the best decisions you can based on information that you have access to. There's alcoholism in my family. That doesn't mean that my dad doesn't drink or that we don't. It's just we know it, and like what are we predisposed to doing? And when I talk with my therapist, it's just an open conversation about this is in my genetic history. It's something I keep an eye on. It's not something that I live in as like a phobia, but it's something that we can work on together. And if it starts to lead to it, we're already aware of it because we have more information than not. And she's using it to make money. That's the twist, one of the twisty parts.
Yeah.
And she's also like kind of talking about alcoholism in a way that everyone should abstain from alcohol when it doesn't I want to be inclusive. If people are not drinking and I do, I would want to make them comfortable if they're coming over to my house, not because I am afraid to push them to something, but it's like, what's the most welcoming space that I could make for someone if they don't drink? I'm probably not going to drink just because that's an easy decision for me to do to help them be comfy cozy here. And she's saying, oh, I'm going to scare the shit out of everybody. And also, by the way, my supplements can probably help you. It's just,
Right.
it's just wild.
And then maybe somebody is like drinking a cup of wine every once in a while, and then they're looking at this, they're like, oh, does this make me like bad?
Does this make me a bad mom? Like, no, it does not.
There's nothing wrong with making money, but there's something wrong with making money off of the fears of other people.
Weaponizing phobias for the purposes of scaring someone and using information control to then make money. That's the issue.
That's the problem.
Not only information control, but also like just like credentials and things that she has. She's using her status as a mental health professional to say, hey, this is a thing that's going to help you. And she's using that to make money based off of essentially false promises.
Yep. And
And that's what's
congratulations.
bad about it.
Congratulations, Lisa, on your sobriety. That's incredible.
It's amazing.
Let's go.
That's amazing. And yeah, not required of everybody, but some people need that, you know?
Yeah.
And like I'm really proud of everybody that's been able to do that because it's hard, you know?
Yep.
Can I show something really quickly, please?
Yes.
Because this was on her stories.
Okay, yeah. Can you share on your end? Do you have that option?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh.
Share from your computer. Yes. Okay. So here's yes. So this one has to do with addiction. So if you don't want to see it, then why can't you see it?
Holy moly.
That's so weird. You can only hear it. Yeah. Huh?
Hold on. Let's see.
Sorry.
From her stories today, is it expired already?
Yeah. This was like a few, like maybe like last month.
Oh, okay.
If anything, you guys can also just listen to it because you don't need to see it.
Let's listen to it.
Okay. Trigger warning for heroin. Okay. This is what's wrong with making money off of this shit. Okay. This is what's wrong. If you're gonna hear this and tell me that she's not doing anything wrong, I don't know what the hell to tell you. Okay. Seriously. Let me press play.
Okay.
Hello.
No, it's not good. Okay.
Holy moly, the gut-brain axis connection has made a major, major difference in my sobriety, and that's 9.5 years in. I cannot even imagine what it would do for me when I first began. And there's actually a woman's story that I met in Panama of how she has been using Amare products since day one of, I think it was quitting heroin. And our stories are different, but the same in that we never had gut-brain axis connection prior, and our recovery's just been up-leveled because of it. And that's because 90% of serotonin and over 50% of dopamine, it's in our gut, and we just need an avenue to get it there. And that avenue that connects the gut to the brain is happy juice.
No problem with that? You want to tell me there's no problem with that? Please.
Let me know if you
let's
think
have
there's
let's
have an actual
conversation.
conversation.
We can talk
you think
about
there's
it.
no fucking issue with that? You want to talk to me, a bitch that's getting off of an addiction, that there's nothing fucking wrong with that? Okay, let's have a chat.
Let's have a chat.
Let's have a fucking chat.
Because I have been really upset about that video since I first saw it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The big
I don't
H.
even know what to say.
Like, what can you say about that? It speaks for its fucking self. You know what I mean? It really does speak for itself. If you don't understand why that's predatory, and
There's so many problems with it.
there's so many.
And I've had a chat with somebody who understands some of this stuff a little bit better than I do. I know that Jen Baruso has credentials. I don't remember which credentials, but she knows her shit, okay?
Yeah.
The serotonin that's produced in the gut is for digestive purposes and for gut purposes.
Yeah.
As far as our science knows, there is no highway between the brain and the gut when it comes to serotonin. Okay? The serotonin that's in the brain is that. You don't need we could be wrong, but as far as we understand, that's not true.
It's I'm not I am not the sciencey person in in the chat. One of my biggest issues is her saying this was a game changer 9 years in, and what I wouldn't have given to have been able to use this when I was first starting out, alluding to how much easier
Yes.
coming off of whatever I was taking would have been. And I just talked to another person, anecdotal evidence, which some doctors do use anecdotal evidence, and they use it selectively in specific situations. That it has a place, but they're using it as a way to sell something. And not just that, they're inserting themselves into a very dangerous situation, coming off of something, coming off of heroin. I would say you would need to do that with a doctor, but I'm not sure. It just seems like maybe not the place for a multi-level marketing rep messing about in people's lives.
Yeah.
And that's why you were saying, oh, like what I'm going through is not as and it's not because nicotine is not a hard substance to go off of, but it's just because we know that she said this.
It's because we know that she's going after addictions that are extremely hardcore, such as heroin. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
not to say like it's just a nicotine addiction. You know what I mean? But the physical, it is a fact that the physical repercussions of getting off of a heroin addiction are more than the physical repercussions of getting off of a nicotine addiction. That's not to say that they're not both difficult, but it's just simply true. So I don't want to like be like, oh, I'm going through it all, but like,
And K. Marie said, I did a brain gut access therapy for irritable bowel syndrome as part of a clinical trial. It is not about a serotonin superhighway. It's about how thoughts can regulate how your gut reacts to stuff. And maybe to add a little bit more to that, I am, and I'm not trying to bring up my health stuff. I'm trying as a way to like keep inserting it. But I was confused about this same thing because my doctor was talking about people hold stress differently in their bodies. So some people can hold it in their jaw and it results in like TMJ or migraine headaches, or some people can hold it in their gut area. For example, when you get nervous, sometimes you get butterflies in your stomach. As that was just a descriptor for how sometimes like your nervousness, what you're thinking about, can have a physical manifestation somewhere else in your body. And so when you're with pain and stuff like that in treatments, it is finding out where you have been holding onto the stress and being able to release that with medicines or clinical trial or whatever, because of a very limited scope of that mind body connection. And then we hear in Amare, oh, this supplement will fix it, this will do that, this powder will fix it, this will do this. And it's like, it's more complicated, and it should be under the care of a medical professional who's trained in this shit, not a multi-level marketing person who's trying to build a huge downline to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, and not only that, but somebody who has your best interest in mind, not somebody who's trying to sell you this, because she is licensed, unfortunately. She knows what she's doing.
Exactly. I was going to say, because this sounds like it's hello. Because like this sounds like it's information like coming, because this is coming from a licensed professional. So this sounds like it's information that's coming for your own good.
Yep.
You know, one would hope at the very least that a licensed professional has their patients good goodwill in mind.
The
But you're not
Hippocratic oath is a thing.
Yeah.
Whatever the heck it's called. It's the do no harm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a huge piece of medical ethics. And that's why when you look at doctors, you want to assume that of them.
Yeah, like you at least want to hope that they have your best interest in mind. But at the same time, you have to remember you are looking at her page on Instagram. You are not her patient. She is reaching out to everyone and their mother right now to try to get them to buy Amare. You are not seeing her in an office. You are not making an appointment. You know, it's just.
And even if you were and they're trying to sell you extra stuff on
exactly,
top of that,
exactly.
that could be a, you know.
I'm just saying, like, you know, she's just trying to flaunt her credentials when it's just like it's not the same thing, babes. And like I know you can have credentials and put good information on the internet, but it doesn't look like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like this.
And it's different. It's absolutely when you are working with an ethical licensed professional, the sharing of information is vastly different because there's not a pressure to buy. Sometimes there is a haste because you need medical treatment to save your life.
Yeah,
and you hear that. But it's different in saying these are your options and everyone is different. Everyone has different allergies or sensitivities to certain drugs. So this wouldn't be okay for everyone across the board. Or you would do different, I don't know, like different protocols. And you would need to do that with a medical professional and maybe a therapist and maybe a physical therapist or an occupational therapist and maybe a whole team of people to help you work through this. Not just my happy juice is what you need. And if only I had had that happy juice when I was first coming off of heroin. What are you talking about?
It's like somebody said, it's unconscionable. It's absolutely unconscionable. And if you want to report this, the stuff in both of our descriptions is there. And I have Google Drive links for that video that we just played where she says that her sobriety and the sobriety of somebody who's getting off of heroin has been up-leveled because of happy juice. I think she's using that term to try to skirt around stuff. You know what I mean? Because up-level doesn't really mean anything. But I think just to the, like, if we were to go to court, right, and a judge were to look at that, I think the judge would say even somebody who doesn't have, like, even somebody who doesn't have education would know what that means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think that that's just like one of those claims that's just fluff. I think that's a big claim, especially with heroin.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you are a licensed professional, you're a doctor, you're a pharmacist, which we've seen a ton of pharmacists selling shilling Amare. And I say shilling because I do not like the idea that someone who is a trusted resource in their community is selling something with an affiliate link and not giving all of the information upfront to the consumer. That is my big issue. But these people who are trusted are using whatever they are, medical doctor, nurse, pharmacist, to fill in the gaps that the products have with that people would normally have questions about. And it's like, oh no, just trust me, it works. Oh no, it's going to work. Oh no, this is going to help with your kid's ADHD or your kid's autism or their sensitivities about stuff. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Trust me, I'm a pharmacist. Trust me, I'm a nurse. I would never leave you wrong. Or trust me, I'm your friend. Why would I recommend something to you that would be bad for you? And it's like, what?
Or I'm this parasocial figure who has all of these followers, and you've followed me for so long, you've listened to all of my other recommendations. Why wouldn't you?
Like Krista Parney said the other day.
Yeah, that's foreshadowing to, if you haven't seen our Krista Parney video, she says that. Why wouldn't you trust me, basically?
Yep.
What was I gonna? Somebody said that they had to go. We appreciate it. Take care of yourself if you have to sleep. Also, thank you, Aaron and Julie, for the redirects earlier. We appreciate it. If you're not following both of them, please do.
Yep, I'll link in my chat.
Yes, thank you.
And
do you want me to play the other video that people can report, or should we go a little bit more and then we can go back to it? It's up to you.
Why don't we do one visual reel real quick, and then we'll play your video and kind of do
we can go back and forth. I only have one more.
Perfect.
So we can watch a few if we want.
Oop, there we go. Okay, let me click on. Oh. Taking care of my mental health at root level might take more time than a quick fix and not as mainstream, but I'm here for it. Gosh darn you.
I also hate that they call medication a quick fix, as if like finding the right medication doesn't take forever. It has a bunch of side effects. It takes time to kick in. It doesn't always you got to change dosages sometimes because the doses that you try in the beginning might not be strong enough. Like, quick fix my ass. It has taken me since I was 16 to figure out what medications work for me. I'm not going to say how old I am, but that's at least, that's a good years. That's a good years.
It was not quick.
It wasn't quick, babes. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Also, I completely agree with the comments that are begging the question, how wouldn't Happy Juice be a quick fix?
Yeah.
Yep. And I guess from my perspective, from someone who needs to have medicine to continue to want to still be here.
Right.
And to waited and waited and waited.
Sorry.
I
shouldn't have said vibes. I agree.
It's
I'm
like
sorry.
me too. It's okay.
Sorry.
You're good. Just like knowing that there was something that could help me and like being disappointed, or like I would say it's just lucky that nothing bad happened on essential oils and supplements in the process of trying to get to the root issue. And they all say that if you could just fix the root issue, you wouldn't have depression. If you could just fix the root issue, you wouldn't have anxiety. If you could just fix the root issue, you wouldn't be fat anymore, DC. And it's like, okay. And when you're sucked in there and when you're plugged in, it's really hard to take a step back. And then it's even harder. It's still planted, like the things that you think or that you were told when I was in Young Living are still hard to overcome every single time I take my medicine for my mental health, or I take my medicine for my pain. Cause it's like, okay, I know I'm advocating for myself in the best way I can. And still it's hard to overcome that stuff that I remember thinking when I was in Young Living. And then she is here saying, oh yeah, you should go to the root issue, when sometimes just getting in to a licensed professional can be a lifesaver for some people. And sometimes staying with this root fix idea in more of the natural route maybe wouldn't give people the time they need to find the help they need. And I don't know. I'm not saying, oh, don't use alternative stuff at all. I'm saying that the information should be shared in an open way so that people can make the best informed decision possible. And that's not what happens in these multi-level marketing companies.
No. They say you don't do the medication, only do ours. You don't get to try both. You don't get to do what works for you. You get to do our stuff.
Yeah, you don't get to talk to your doctor and see which route you should take first. You should just jump in right now. Buy the Happy Juice. I'll make you your cart.
Right, exactly.
You know?
And somebody said, like, if you're fixing the root issue, then why do you have to take Happy Juice every day?
Yeah, because wouldn't it just be fixed and then you can get off of Happy Juice eventually?
Yeah, they think that the world is so broken at this point that the nutrition is gone and all of the food and everything that we drink is that everything is basically fighting against your body to be able to be healthy, that you have to keep replenishing it with the supplements and the juice to combat all of the bad things in the world. That's the thought.
So you constantly have to be healing at a root level. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh
my god.
Okay.
Yep.
But then why can't I be constantly healing at a root level with my medication?
Meds. Yeah, because like wouldn't the root level of my clinical depression be the like hormonal and chemical imbalances in my brain and in my uterus because I have some stuff with my PMDD and whatever. You know, like
Yep.
wouldn't that be helping the root issue? Or is it all in my gut? Is it all in my tum-tum? Is that what you're trying to tell me? The reason I have the SADS, it's all in my tum-tum. Okay. Okay,
Yep.
Sure. What's her name
Yep.
again?
Bethany.
Sure, Bethany.
Yeah, her name's Bethany.
God.
Yeah. And somebody also said, like, in some cases, like, quick fixes are necessary.
Oh yeah, I use an inhaler, bro. Like I can't have that be a slow fix.
Right. Like, I'm sorry. If I am allergic to something and I eat it by accident, or if I smell it, I'm not going to be like, pull out the herbs, pull out the EpiPen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even though I don't think that most medications are quick fixes, if it is a quick fix for you, good.
Nothing wrong with that. Some things need to be quick fixes. If that's the other thing, like she's like, oh, it might take more time than a quick fix. Some people don't have more time. At one point, I didn't have much time, baby doll. I needed the quickest fix I could fucking get. So no, I don't think I was gonna look to your little herbs and spices and happy juice. You know, not to say that can't help anybody. Happy juice, debatable.
Juice is debatable.
But the herbs and spices, if that helps you, congratulations. But some people just don't have the time to try that shit out. And they just need something now.
Yep. And this came in from
Joe.
Just Call Me Joe. There's a trigger warning for death. The type of just fix the root issue infuriates me. The root issue for my anxiety is losing my mom at 16 and I couldn't save her. If I could fix that at the root, she would still be here. And I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
That is the toughest thing to go through.
And I mean, some diseases, like, we don't know how to fix them.
Yep.
Like lupus, like, people are able to, like, treat it and, like, live longer lives and fuller lives. But a lot of them are still in a lot of pain. A lot of people with lupus still need to be at home. You know what I mean? They're not able to, like, do anything other than maybe part-time work or something like that. You know what I mean? And there's lots of other examples in which it's just like we don't know what the root is yet, so that we can actually quote unquote heal and get rid of all of the symptoms. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, that's not possible. And especially in situations like Joe's, but in a lot of other disability situations as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
thought was Alzheimer's. Like,
Yep.
Like, we don't know the root of it, but some MLMs still say that they can help / cure it.
Oh yeah. Lisa Harvey actually did a really good video recently. They were saying that if you want to prevent against, like, dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff like that, you need good brain fueling stuff. So buy our supplements.
Oh God.
Oh
That's
my
so fucked
God.
up.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Right? Like, come on.
Fuck off. Yeah, so awful.
Oh,
look at her go. Look at her go.
You still
Okay,
going?
girl.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
what she's singing
Sing
to,
it.
but I'm glad there's no.
Yeah, I'm glad we
Okay.
can't hear it.
Yeah.
Will do. Oh, there's a kid in that one.
Oh no.
Not her kids are so cute, and I
Her
hate that
kids
they're
are-
always on camera doing this fucking bullshit.
I know. Oh my
What? Oh my God. I'm Naokita.
What happened?
Nailkita. Nailkita said, my neighbor told me she could cure my lupus by aligning my chakras.
What?
That's fucking despicable.
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry,
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I was laughing at the soundbite,
Buzz
not
right
your
here
blight.
just had to lighten the mood a little bit because
you.
that's
Thank
awful.
you.
I'm
That
so
is-
sorry.
Oh
That is
my
horrible. Like,
God.
I don't have personal experience with lupus, but, like,
Yeah.
for a little bit, I thought I had lupus. So
Yeah.
I was, like, doing a lot of research into it. And it's like, that shit's tough. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, doesn't mean that there aren't any things that can, like, help and make people's lives better and longer and fuller. Like,
But aligning your chakras?
No.
I don't
No.
know,
Don't
baby
you
doll.
fucking dare.
I don't know, baby doll.
And if somebody with lupus is like complaining about their symptoms, that's not a sign for you to just be like, hey, let me tell you what can help you, because chances are they've probably already tried it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless they're asking you for medical advice, don't give it. I think that's just a good.
Yeah.
Mac had some really good points. He was reacting to Jesse Lee Ward, but he was, because he has an advanced degree. He is a former pharmacist, or I think he still has it. I think he still keeps his license active, but he was talking about some of these alternative solutions that people are doing, and he said, "Don't you think that if they work at scale for a large group of people, that these big pharmaceutical companies would have patented it already?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm it's just an interesting thought, because and I know it's a touchy subject here in the United States with all the capitalism, but with that being said, in this kind of environment, wouldn't the pharmaceutical companies have patented these alternative solutions if they worked as well as people said they work? I'm just curious. And it was an interesting point that Mac had said.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
As shitty as it is, like, people would have already been profiting off of it.
Yeah,
Sure.
people would have, like,
it would have been available. It would have been more than available.
Giant companies way bigger than your silly little Amare would have already hopped on this shit and made billions. You know?
Yep. Tanya, I think I
sorry.
need to fix the Mac attack Nightbot, so let me fix that really quickly. Nightbot. Tanya's been an incredible mod. Everyone who's mods for me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm just trying to fix this real quick for Mac. I don't know why it's not in there. Okay, let me fix it.
I'm gonna take a light stretch. I'll be back in a second.
Take care.
For sure. Live chat, if you need to stretch, do that. Walk around.
Oh yeah, get some
drink some
water
water.
too. We've been drinking. I've been drinking. I've been no I'm kidding.
Here we go. Mac attack. I'm fixing it for you, Tanya. Here you go. Mac. Subscribe to Mac attack. I don't know why I don't have him up here, because there you go, Tanya. He's fixed.
Okay. Oh yeah, I agree, Lori. Mac tells it like it is, and I love his perspective, because like he has that extra pharmaceutical knowledge. Because like we try to say like this sounds like it's bullshit, but he can break down why it's specifically bullshit. I really appreciate that, you know?
Yep, absolutely. And I love people like Eloise and Mac who have these advanced degrees in science, where, and again, a lot of MLMs exploit maybe people's not lack of understanding, but it's not their profession, and they can play off by inserting a little bit of truth with a lot of things, with a lot of other things that get to make logical jumps that don't really hold up when tested. So it is twisty.
Yeah. And also like Brianna Jewell with her like fitness perspective, and she has a lot of perspective on nutrition as well, and like Kat Benson, you know what I mean? Like it is really appreciated, because we can say there's no studies, this is not great, but they can give us some of the background on the science, you know?
Yep. Yes. No, Jessica, take all the time with your cat as you can. Spend all the time with your cat that you can.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's see. I had to sneak away. The kids. Oh, wait, this is sound. Hold on. Let me just play it again.
You're like, wait, there's not going to be copyrighted music in this. We can do this. Hello.
Can you hear that?
No, I can't.
Oh, dang it. Why can't we hear it? Let me try this again.
I don't know if we've had to listen to any of hers yet.
Okay, let's see.
On
Window.
your end, so.
Let me open up my sound levels and see what the hell's going on.
Oh, appreciate your lurk. The royal Katniss is demanding snuggles loudly.
Oh. OMG verse.
You do that.
You do what you gotta do.
Sweetheart.
You hear that?
No, I can't.
Dang it. Okay. Gosh darn it.
If
Sorry,
you can't,
guys.
no worries. We can always just do ones that are just her bopping around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let me try one more thing.
Okay.
Live streaming, share audio. This is just gonna be off the side, and let's see if it plays. Okay, let me see.
Hello, good morning. I had to sneak away. The kids are home, obviously. Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Today is a really, really, really good day. I got started 1 year ago, you guys, on Happy Juice. 1 year. And it changed the course of motherhood, my sobriety, and my summer for me. Last year, I just got done telling the team, was the first summer I didn't want my kids to go back to school at the end. Through the disorganization, the zero schedules, I was soaking up every second anxiety-free. And my anxiety wasn't writing my ADHD, and my ADHD was not writing my anxiety. And that is because Happy Juice. Happy Juice helps lower anxious, depressive feelings. It promotes focus for my ADHD, mood, metabolism, motivation, centralizes my whole central nervous system, helps get me out of fight or flight. And I can apply all the tools I've learned in therapy with my body out of that mode. It is awesome. Hello.
What the flippity flop are we listening to?
This fucking lady. This fucking lady.
Yeah, no citations, just claims. And
Just vibes.
I'm a better mom. My ADHD isn't harming me. My anxiety isn't messing up. I don't want my kids to go back to school because nothing stresses me out anymore. Oh, and I'm also in therapy, but mostly everything is thanking the Happy Juice.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
And you know what's really interesting that Tish mentioned earlier, but I forgot to say? She said before that she was misdiagnosed. Because I don't know if she didn't tell her doctor that she was that she had an addiction or something, but she claims that she was misdiagnosed as bipolar.
Okay.
And so she went on bipolar medication and she didn't need it. But it's like, I don't know. There's a lot. But now she's saying like, oh, I didn't actually need that medication. I was taking the wrong medication. So you admit that maybe you could have found the right medication for you and it could have helped, but you didn't?
It's a good question. It is a good question.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Also,
do you all want to play your video that y'all have?
Yes. The up-leveling of motherhood. I forgot about that. That's one of her taglines.
Yeah, one of her taglines is, motherhood is so much easier now, which is just so predatory because motherhood is very hard.
Yeah, so every single person would want to buy that.
Whether you have 1 kid or 5 kids or 2 kids or anything, like, motherhood is a hard fucking thing to go through. There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of things. So it's like, of course, anyone would want something that just is supposedly just makes it easier.
Yep.
No shit. You're just, come on.
Who wouldn't want to be a better mother? Even people who are probably excellent, fantastic mothers
probably think they could be doing better.
Yep.
And would take your Happy Juice to be able to.
Oh, for sure.
Or for the promise of being able to.
Yep.
Yeah. So bad. Okay. Next one. Be prepared.
Sorry, while you pull it up. I don't know. My mom is a great mom, but I know that if she could, if she saw this shit, she'd be like, oh my gosh, I won't have any anxiety and that'll help me be a better mother. Perfect. And we're grown ass fucking we're grown. We're grown. You know what I mean? And it would still fucking help her out. So it's just like there's so many people that she can get to with this that it pisses me off. And I really want to get the information out there. So yeah.
Yep.
God. Mm-hmm. Oh, this one. Oh, sorry, I know this one.
Sorry, we know what it says because I named it. So okay. Oh, we can see this one for some reason.
Just got my workout done. We have a group full of testimonies for just about every condition in the book of conditions that Amare has helped reverse. I don't want to say cure, get better. So drop your condition or disorder, whatever you want to label it as, I will leave a box, and so it'll be anonymous, and I'll go look it up, and I'll post it anonymously for you to look in my stories for.
There it is.
And she followed suit. She fucking posted it.
There it is.
Whoa.
Drop your condition, diagnosis, disorder, and I'll find a testimony about it.
Oh my god.
She really said, "You don't think Amare can help you? Fucking bet."
Fucking bet.
Like,
I
oh
bet the
my
FTP.
God.
I bet the FTC is gonna fucking bet when they see.
Yeah, I bet they're gonna love that. Hello? Yeah, I don't want to say cure, so I'll say cure. I don't want to say cure, so I'll say cure and several synonyms of cure.
Yeah, literally.
I'll say reverse though.
Yeah.
I'll say
Oh my
reverse.
god.
Happy Juice is $140 a month.
Yeah. For the 3 different products it takes to make it.
Yes. Yes. Report, please.
Report it to the FTC.
And to Truth in
And-
Advertising.
And also, let's who's
Washington Department of State Health.
them?
We know her credential numbers because look, I'm sure that the FTC has a stack bigger than stacks, but I'm sure that the Washington Department of Health can be a little bit more manageable. Maybe I'm wrong, okay? But I think that is our best bet.
Yeah.
My humble opinion. Do we want to see what she ends up putting for the testimonials, or do you want me to just say what she did? Oh, I don't think I saved them. I think she
You
did
have
it
the
for
list.
endometriosis, fibromyalgia, PMDD, sickle cell.
Sickle cell.
Shut up.
Sickle
Yeah.
cell.
Oh, so endometriosis is what I'm going through, like what I had to stop my job for, which I never thought that would be the case. There's stuff that's covered by insurance, and then there's stuff that isn't covered by insurance. And you don't think that people who basically like, I have a hard time walking now. I cannot drive myself anymore. I have to take a lot of medicine. So you don't think that people who are looking for an answer, who don't have access maybe to additional pain treatments that are out of pocket, would want to try this stuff in Amare? That like the level of pain some people who like specifically with this, who have gotten addicted to drugs because
Yeah.
they're being hit for pain, would say, "Oh yeah, let me try that Amare stuff." You know?
Yeah.
They're talking about real things that real people are struggling with, that they need real help for, and Amare's like, "Oh yeah, we can help that too." No. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Or there might be people who are waiting to see the doctor, who are waiting, you know what I mean? Because
Yep.
Unfortunately, with the medical system, it's super clogged up. It takes forever to get to that first appointment. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think it was in January when I made my appointment with my rheumatologist. June.
Yep.
June.
Yep.
And so people get desperate in that waiting period. And I think that's also something that she could be exploiting. It's so dangerous. It's so.
Yeah. And it's like, you think, and you're right about the wait time. I made an appointment at the beginning of May, and I'm going to be able to get in August, which I'm grateful to have insurance. I'm just saying that what if people don't have insurance, or what if people can't sell stuff to be able to pay for additional pain treatments that may make the surgery more successful? I feel bad about that. Like,
Yeah.
and that some people won't even have access to it. And they're like, well, maybe I can at least get $140 together to go buy this stuff at Amare to see if it'll help because I'm desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
And I'm sorry that you've been dealing with so much pain. I hope that you can get in maybe a little earlier with a wait list, because sometimes that happens, you know. So I hope so, but I am glad that you're able to go. It's really fucked up that that's not the situation for everybody, you know. Like you're saying, like
it's eye-opening too, because it's just like, I'm just thinking, what about the people who don't have insurance? What about like, that's devastating to think about, that some people live in pain or additionally become addicted to drugs through literally no fault of their own because they're just trying to function. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what if I didn't have the ability to stay here with my parents because my parents, maybe, I don't know, some people don't have parents and they had to keep continually doing their job. Then they get fired for lack of performance because they're in so much pain they can't work. So it's like it impacts people in a meaningful, significant way in all areas of life, and it's like it gives you a whole different perspective about pain and about people's situations and stuff. And it's not just, oh my gosh, why aren't they working? Well, some people literally can't, or they
Yeah.
can't even get a job because of a series of unfortunate events, because of a lot of shitty stuff. And I'm not trying to say this to like feel sorry for me. I'm saying like,
It's just the
wow,
truth.
it's the truth, and it's like it's even twistier for people who don't have insurance, and they don't have access to healthcare, and they don't have the ability to like have like a loving family member like say like, sure, you can stay with me until you get back on your feet. Like some people become unhoused and then they're in a more unsafe situation, and it's devastating.
Yeah. I mean, there's a huge portion of the unhoused population who is disabled. You know what I mean? And it's just it's a it's a part of society that often gets left behind, but when it comes to manipulation, they are going straight for the gutter and it's awful. It's awful. And I've been going through something similar with like my pain and just realizing like holy shit, like I didn't know that it could be this bad for people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ugh, so it's awful, and hearing her say, "I have a cure all for you. You can just drink some happy juice."
Yep.
It's disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
People
Jessica
become
said my
yeah.
brother became addicted to pills because he was hit by a drunk driver when he was 16 and now has chronic pain. And then they
Yeah.
are classified for, pawn-like things in government, and I'm not trying to be political, but it's like they're saying, "Oh, it's just like lazy people who are drug addicts," and it's like it's more complicated. Mental health is more complicated. Pain management is needed, and it's more complicated than just reducing people down to something you think they are when they're not.
Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, I've heard stories that, people will try to get medication, like they need more medication, and the doctors will say like I'm not saying like that this is always bad, but sometimes they try to slow down the brakes and say, "Okay, let's try to do other things first." But because they won't give them the medication that they need because they're in so much pain, they will fall into the drug route.
Right.
And that's also awful too, and it's a hard situation. So
Yeah.
her exploiting all of that
Yeah.
and more and more and more and more and more is just like
Yep.
oof.
Yeah, and I hope that more people become like, as it's talked about in a safe way. And I know some people hate that I do trigger and content warnings and that we're gentle with difficult topics on my channel. I know that Clowntown is gentle with difficult topics on their one, but it's hard to process some things, and what is the harm in letting people know we're going to be talking about difficult things. And if you feel safe and strong and calm to be able to engage, great. And if you don't, you're not going to get surprised and your day's not going to get ruined about it. But yes, also drug addicts are still people. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like there's so many reasons why somebody can fall into that, and there's no reason to dehumanize them. Like dehumanization is just always a bad way to go.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
It's always a bad way to go. Even with this lady, okay? I completely dislike her, but I feel for the fact that even 9 years into her sobriety, she thought, "Shit, I need happy juice." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And again, MLMs being able to exploit holes in the system is wild. It's the behavior by top reps on down, and it's the behavior that is condoned by Amare itself because the reps are not held to account. They're not suspended, they're not let go from what I understand, because claiming that their supplements are miracle supplements and can fix anything helps the company make a crap ton of money. And that's the issue. It's not about getting our pitchforks and our tar and our feathers and going after this lady. It's saying the behavior's wrong, it's exploitive, it's using deceptive business, recruiting, and health claims. We're going to talk about that, and we're also going to report it to everybody that should know about this, because what you're doing is wrong.
Yeah. And I'm not out here to like ruin this lady's life or anything. I know that if like the Department of Health takes this seriously, this could good night, Remus. Take care of yourself. Happy
Good
graduation.
night.
I know that this could have serious consequences for her if they take this seriously. Okay.
Yeah.
But I am really concerned about the impact on people's lives that she's having. And I don't think that because she's been told that this is unethical before on her
They
page.
learn that. She's been
Yeah.
told, but she also learns it in whatever courses she had to do to become a certified whatever. Oh, Jen B's in the chat.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for joining. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
7 days, it's and to a degree I understand, but also there needs to be more. It can be very black and white with some things, and it's just there's gray area. There's so much gray area.
Yep. And again, there's a certain level of responsibility you have as a licensed professional in your field or as a certified person, whatever she is. And if the consumer is being exploited and can be harmed, the regulating agencies need to know so that they can either do a better job in training the people that have licensure under their organization, or say, no, you don't get to continue to run and behave under this umbrella of what you say you are, because you are harming people, in my opinion, for personal profit, and it's wrong. And we're going to stop, and you're going to stop.
Yep. Even if somebody's being coerced into doing bad things, there still need to be consequences for those actions.
Yep.
Like, it's just, this is not okay.
Yep.
Ugh.
And so in my description and in Clowntown's description, you're going to be able to see the Google Drive links and the links to be able to report the videos to the appropriate agencies. I'm going to do it after this stream, and I think that Gus and Val, have y'all already done it, or you're going to do it after?
I already did it. Yeah, I already did it. I have all of the screenshots of the report saved just in case. I don't think I've received any updates, but I think I'm gonna maybe keep on it, like keep reporting, because there's always gonna be new content from this lady. So I think every once in a while I'm gonna check in and make another report and make another report. And I'm really hoping, with the visibility from this, like we get more and more reports and that people see it. It's really scary. It's just scary.
Yep. I'll probably do a community post on my page, and I will tag Clowntown on it. If you end up being able to report the information in the description, go over and leave a comment there. So maybe encourage other people to be able to do the same thing. It doesn't take very long. And a lot of times when I react to things on my channel, I'm reporting afterwards or before. And even sometimes we do it together so people can learn how to do it. So that's what I'm going to be doing after this stream. And I hope live chat and also replay crew, maybe y'all can do that as well if you're watching on Val and Gus's channel, or if you're watching on my channel. That would be super great. So do you have any closing words for the live chat or the replay crew?
I mean, thank you all for being here. We appreciate you for sticking with us through the twistiness. Please report this BS if you have the time and the mental wherewithal. That would be wonderful. And also just watch out for shit like this. Please stay skeptical. Just because someone has credentials does not mean that they have your best interests at heart.
Yep.
And don't join an MLM.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep an eye out for this kind of stuff, because there's so many of these people. Like I really try to keep track of as many as I can, but it's hard and sometimes like we'll forget about stuff. So if you have the wherewithal and you're able to, you know, the Amare Global hashtag, Gut Brain Axis hashtag, some of these ones that Sober Guide is using and other ones, like I'm trying to, if I can think of other ones, I'll let y'all know. But like keep an eye out for these people because there's so many. There's so many.
Yep. And if you don't know if something is MLM, send us a DM. Send me a DM or maybe tag us on social so we can see it. I'm always happy to answer a question, and if you're not sure, or if your friend is thinking about doing something and you're still not sure about it, you can feel free to ask, or feel free to ask another content creator who does anti-MLM content. We don't want you feeling stuck because you don't know if something's an MLM or not.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah. And live chat, you've been absolutely incredible. Thank you for joining us. And replay crew, as always, much non-culty love to you. We appreciate the support. And if you've made it to this part in the stream, we would love for you to
Lick the stream.
lick the stream on both channels. And if you haven't already subbed to Clown Town, they're an incredible sub. How close are y'all to 2K, or did you pass 2K already?
We're at 1.7.
1.73.
So we're getting there.
Holy moly, we're gonna have to have a hell of a party when they hit 2K. Heck yes.
Party.
Yeah, we
Oh my
appreciate it. You're awesome, DC. Thank
Yes,
you
thank
for having
you.
this talk with us because we needed.
Mm-hmm.
We've been like so mad at this lady for the past few months that we needed this. So my soul feels better.
Yeah.
I
feel lighter.
I feel a weight.
Yeah.
Yes, no, and I love having these conversations. I love streaming with y'all. I love seeing y'all streams with Tish. Oh, do y'all have any streams coming up for the weekend that people can look forward to?
Yes, actually, one with Heather. We're
We have a
streaming with
stream with
Heather
Heather.
tomorrow. We're talking about
yes.
Amway because we haven't really talked about Amway at all.
I don't know shit about Amway.
And who's better to talk about Amway than Heather?
Heather.
'Cause she knows her shit. So
Let me link Heather real quick before we cut the stream off.
Yes,
Or maybe
if
there we
you
go.
can join, that would be great. I think it's 7 p.m. PST.
I thought you said it was at 6. No, you're right. It's at
7 p.m. PST. If you're able to join, that would be cool. No worries. But just make sure for the time. I think Heather already has it scheduled. So.
Oh, hi,
Yes.
Heather.
Heather, yep. Yep. And if you haven't subscribed to Heather, you're going to get a chance to do it tomorrow when you watch their stream. So thank y'all so much. We'll see you next time. Okay. Bye.
Thank you all. Bye.
Oops.